Ooh, y'all, I got my eyebrows done. I don't have an ounce of makeup on these brows. Yes, honey, she did that. Hi, you guys. My name is Cherita, and I'm posting a video. So I honestly did not want to do this video, especially during Black History Month, because I did not want to be bothered, but here we are. Now, before I get started with anything, make sure you guys click subscribe, because the more subscribers I get, the more I want to post. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that every time I post, you guys know when I post. Because listen, a girl is busy, but like in a couple months, it's gonna slow down and I'll be able to post more. But let me know if you guys, like once my schedule clears up, if you guys want more, let me know. So, I didn't want to make this video because it's one of those things where if you don't give it attention, maybe it'll go away. But I just keep seeing the same thing over and over and over. So maybe people aren't getting the hint. Maybe people really aren't understanding why certain things are problematic. Nikita Dragun. She posted a video on Instagram stories, I want to say it is, and somebody re-uploaded it to Twitter and was just like, so I click on it and it's Nikita Dragun literally looking like an Oompa Loompa, meaning her makeup was like super orange, super tan, super dark, which if you know who Nikita Dragun is, you know she's a fairly fair-skinned person. Then once you got past like the awkward filler type deal, you notice that she has a do-rag on her head. During Black History Month too, like, and I know what you guys are thinking. It's just a do-rag. Are you trying to tell me that only Black people can wear do-rags? That's exactly what I'm telling you. And let me tell you why. When Black people or non-white people wear do-rags, it's not for a fashion statement. It's for multiple reasons. Usually, when a woman who has straight hair, a Black woman who has straight hair, and we'll get there in a second too, when and if she has straight hair, what she'll do is she will wrap her hair, okay? If you know, you know, she'll wrap her hair and then tie it down with some kind of do-rag or a wave cap or something to hold her hair in place. So that way, when she takes it off, her hair will be straight, because if you guys know, if you put it in a ponytail, it might get a kink, and the less heat, the better. Y'all get it. When somebody with shorter hair wears a do-rag, I'm talking like fade length, it's usually because they are trying to get waves. So they'll put product in their hair, they'll brush their hair, they'll put a do-rag on so that their hair can lay, they can get their wave pattern, whatever. The way that Nikita was wearing her do-rag was literally just over a wig. Her hair was straight and she just had it on, and that was that. So the way she was wearing her do-rag was literally just for a fashion statement. And again, I know what you guys are thinking. Well, why is that such a big deal? I'll tell you why. Black people are persecuted every single day for wearing wave caps and do-rags. They are judged as being a thug or being some kind of menace because of what they wear on their head. So until that stops, non-Black people cannot wear do-rags as a fashion statement. They just can't. Especially if they're not calling out the injustices that Black people go through. If you're actively not calling out people when a tragedy happens, like, oh, this person didn't get hired because they were taking their do-rag off as they walked into said job. If you're not calling out injustices like that, then you absolutely cannot wear do-rags. Now what's funny is she just wore a wig a a couple back, a box braid wig, and when everybody went in on her, she was, oh, I respect the black culture and I respect the black community and this, and then she does something like this. Why do y'all continue to give her the time of day? And she's not the only person. Jeffree Star is another one. He just launched his bloodthirsty palette, the purple palette, and in his photo, his launch photo, he's wearing locks. And then number one, he did it on purpose. He did it on purpose because he knows it's going to get a rise out of people. Again, I wasn't going to talk about it, but then Nikita did what she did, and this just all ties in together. And I mean, I might as well educate y'all during Black History Month, even though I've made multiple videos about this. Other black content creators have made videos like this. But again, y'all still just want to excuse your problematic faves. So anyways, Jeffree Star was wearing locks during his promo photo. And a lot of people had things to say. And of course, here comes the, but it's just hair people. And let me tell you guys, it's not just hair. Just at the Oscars, so during Black History Month, a young black boy was told that he cannot walk at graduation because of his locks. Now, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with the length, but I'm pretty sure that Bethany in AP Calculus is walking around with her straight blonde hair down to her ass crack. So it has nothing to do with the length. If you're gonna say, hey, young man, your locks are a little too long, I'm gonna need you to wrap them up, put them up, do something with them. It had nothing to do with the length. It had everything to do with the fact that they were locks and they were long. Why is that okay? Why is that fair? Then you get white people like Jeffree Star who are flaunting their locks, which was not even his hair, and people going, I really just, I don't see a problem with it. And that's the issue. Now, did Jeffree have anything to say about the young man who was persecuted about his locks, who was told that he cannot graduate because of his locks? Didn't think so. What about the young man who was wrestling and they literally cut his locks off in the middle of his wrestling match? Anything to say about that? No? What about the young man who was told he couldn't get hired at Six Flags because of his locks? No? Anything? Bueller? Huh? Yeah, didn't think so. That's why it is not just hair. And for you people that are like, well, maybe they should just follow the rules. What does hair have to do with anything? Hair does not make the person. I Am Not My Hair. Do y'all remember? Y'all remember that song? I have an old acquaintance who I've known probably since like 2004. And he's had locks since 2004 and probably prior to that. This beautiful black man went on to be a doctor. To this day, he is a doctor with locks. So miss me with the, well, I've never seen a professional with locks. Because they are out there. But I can't imagine the hoops that he's had to jump through just so he can keep his locks. While we're on it, we might as well talk about the cornrow thing. When a black person or somebody with coarse hair has their hair in cornrows, regardless if it's for a wig or not, that's a hairstyle to protect their hair. Because all of the toxins and the wind and the rain and the dirt that is out there, it is attracted to our hair, and it takes a lot to wash and style and condition our hair. So a lot of the times we keep our hair in a protective style, such as cornrows or box braids. But we still get called things such as ghetto or thugs when we wear our hair in box braids or cornrows. But then when white people do it, guess what? It's trendy and it's cool and they rename it. let me take you guys on a little history lesson. So back in the day, you know, when people took black people as slaves, black people used to design maps in their hair with cornrows. Cornrows, not corn rolls. And they're cornrows because, you know, when you plant corn and you see the rows. Yeah, no, okay. So black people used to design maps into their hair for escape reasons. That's why cornrows are very important and very cultural to black people. And please miss me with the Vikings and the fairies and the whoever's, because they're still white and they will never be persecuted because of their hair. And another thing, don't come to me talking about, well, what about when black women straighten their hair? Well, one, straight hair is not specific to anybody. Black women can have bone straight hair. So, miss me with that. And number two, straight hair has never been oppressed. Ever. And three, black people had to straighten their hair to assimilate to European, Eurocentric standards because the natural hair that grew out of our head was not good enough. Imagine you are born. The hair grows out of your head. You style said hair the way it is supposed to be styled. And somebody tells you that hair that you were born with is unkempt, it's not natural, it's unprofessional, it's unbecoming. All of these things that you have been told about your natural hair. So do you know what black people ended up doing? Well, I mean, they're not gonna take me serious unless I straighten my hair, so I'm gonna go ahead and just straighten my hair. And that happened for way too long. So miss me with but black people straighten their hair all the time because we were forced to. So the next time you guys stick up for your faves and say they're not racist, or they make their makeup for all skin tones, or they use black people in their promo photos, and a black person tells you that doesn't mean anything, you should probably listen to them. And also look up the term pandering, because that's 100% what they do. Not to mention, this is kind of a side note, Jeffree Star's new palette is ashy. So black people are never on the front set of his mind. Never. And until these huge influencers, and this is the thing that really, really upsets me. These huge influencers will sit there and tell you till they are blue in the face. I'm not racist. I apologize for my past, yet they are doing nothing. They are not actively doing anything that proves that they still care about black people. They haven't changed. I'm sorry. I am sorry. And the same goes with your drama channels, because how many of them are out here sticking up, actively sticking up for injustices? All I'm saying is take a step back and listen to black people, people of color, not non-white people. Listen to them when they tell you things that are offensive, because 9 times out of 10, it's not that they're just being too sensitive. There's usually more layers to it. And that's the thing. You can't say it's just hair. You can't say it's not a big deal, because until there are no laws, there are literal laws in place against natural hair. Hell, the military, the same people that fight for your country. And I know a lot of you guys are pro-military, but you guys wouldn't call out the military in not allowing black men and women to wear their natural hair. So you have to be on board. You have to be on board with the movement. And it's not just black people that can help. That's why allies are so important. So just rethink your privilege. That's That's all I have to say. So that is my video for today. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Also, let me know what other things you guys would like to see on this channel, because honestly, I'm tired of like waiting for something to happen and then me having to like last minute film. I was thinking of doing like monthly favorites, you know, some little lifestyle things. Let me know. So until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.